when conditions are presented like they are this morning now, I've got to pull over. I'm not at my destination yet. I'm in the Langdale Valley, one of my favourite valleys in the Lake District. This is my first return since completing the Wainwrights. And look what I've got presented in front of me. Some lovely mist hanging over the valley. I've been here around, what, 20 minutes or so, and it's slowly evaporating now, but I've managed to take a few shots with the old telephoto. Not bad start to the day, is it? Whoa, a good start. So what's the plan? What is the plan on my return? I've had a lot of questions from the comments on my final Wainwright video. What's the next journey? What's the next goal? To be honest, I've no goal in mind. Nothing in mind whatsoever. I'm just going to keep returning back to the lakes and climbing the fells. It's as simple as that. Nothing has come to mind as yet. However, let's talk about today. I'm back in one of my favourite locations, and the reason it is my favourite is because it's got a lot of sentimental value, and this is because basically this is where it all started, more or less, when I more or less started my Wainwright journey back in the Central Fells. As I said before, I'm in the Langdale Valley. So the plan is head west. I'm on the Cumbrian Way. Head west, that slowly veers northwest towards Stickle Pass. I'm going to head up Stickle Pass. Up the top of that is Langdale Combe, and then I'm going to head south onto Rossett Pike. Before that, I'm going to walk through a wonderful valley called Mickeldon. So you've got the Langdale Pikes on either side, Pike of Stickle, you've got Pike of Blisco as well. Hoping to get a few shots, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Rossett Pike. Rossett Pike has some rather interesting rocks, so play around with those. It's a nice foreground interest indeed. And that of course looks back down to the Langdale Valley. Weather-wise, nice. I tell you what, it's a nice relief from the heat wave we'd had. Yeah, hard hiking and hard photography. So hoping for quite an eventful day. So I'm on the Cumbrian Way and my destination is coming to view. Just stop. That is where I'm heading. That is Rossett Pike. Looks a nice low-level cloud just kissing the tops. How often have I said that? But yeah, we're now entering Mickeldon. So you've got Pike of Blisco there. You've got Pike of Stickle somewhere around there, just there. Again, draped in some nice low-level cloud. Rather nice, rather nice. Now you notice as well, I've taken off the coat, the orange coat because it was getting a bit hot, to be honest. The last thing I want to do is to start sweating as I ascend, cool down and get cold, so we don't want that, do you? Just get myself through this sty. So yeah, things are looking good. So I've come to the end of Mickleden, the Mickleden Valley, and I've reached the fork really. I can either head that way, which takes you up to Esk Horse, which is Rossett Gill, or I can head up there, which is Stake Pass, not Snake Pass, which I'm sure I called it earlier. I'm not used to it. Now, I did mention before that I probably will come back and climb a lot of fells that I've done before, but alternative ways, and this is one alternative way. Usually, I think I've been about 2 or 3 times. I've headed up Rossett Gill, but this time I'm going to head up towards Stake Pass, and that will take me across over to Rossett Pike. Now, the cloud line is still fairly low. It's lingering over towards Bow Fell, so I'm hoping by the time I reach the top of Stake Pass, it'll still be there for some photographic opportunities. So I've nearly reached the highest point of today. This is just before I turn back towards Rossett Pike. But look at that. Look at them little undulations, bumps in the landscape. I think I could play with those, because looking back, see that there, that is Rossett Pike. That's a bit of a prominent peak. So I'm just going to carry on this path and look back at myself, see what I can find. But if I continued with my usual route up Rossett Gill, what I've done a few times, then I wouldn't have found this place. I got to the highest, or more or less the highest point, but then I noticed I was losing the peak of Rossett Pike. It's not quite Rossett Pike, it's a crag before that. And I was also losing a bit of these formations going on in the background. So I've actually dropped down a bit and framed up here. I've gone for portrait orientation because there's 2 crags which are basically the focal points, and I just wanted to balance those, and by going portrait, that works better for me. And this is all about using the foreground features as weaving lines, leading the eye in. It really is quite a very interesting foreground indeed, and it's helped with the grasses because the tips of the grass heads are lighter than the other tones of the grass, so that's helping create some lines as well. I'm going to work on this. This is probably going to be black and white. I've changed the aspect ratio as well to 4:3 just to take out a bit of the sky, and a bit more mood coming as well as we speak. So yeah, F11, and I've focused on the crag itself. I'm going to like this. The light is coming out. It's just appearing on the face of, well, it's Bow Fell, it's leading up to Bow Fell. Look at this, what I've just stumbled on. Nice little town here. Might work on this. Might work on this. But yeah, it's brightening up here. I haven't quite reached Rossett Pike yet. But this is good, this is good. Splashes of light, that's good. Been handheld there, had to work fairly quick. I say work fairly quick, but I'm always conscious that the light's just going to go. It's still there, to be honest. It's quite a challenging image to shoot because you've got a lot of contrast with from the light bouncing off the tarn and also the sky as well. But hopefully I can retain some details. So yeah, handheld F11 again. I'm just using the shapes to make a pleasing composition to the eye. Some quite nice angles going on here. I've tried a portrait option as well as a landscape option as well. Let me know what you think. Right, I'm going to crack on, head to my destination, which is at Rossett Pike. Turned out to be a wonderful day. Crossit Pike, quite a hard slog to get up here. I tell you what, I remembered right, the rock formations on this peak are, yes, very worthwhile, so I'm going to spend a bit of time here. Coats on, the wind has picked up. I'll tell you what, it's about midday. There is still some low-lying cloud just hanging over Bow Fell area up to Escaut. So I need to pick my background interest as well as foreground interest, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. There's a cairn over there. I didn't tap it. Pointless, isn't it? Didn't tap it. No. I'm getting quite frustrated here because I've been here a good half an hour playing around with this composition, using these rocks in the foreground, and I want Pike of Blisco, which is quite a prominent conical shape, in the background. I just can't, I just can't seem to get it right. It's all about positioning them correctly, of course, so they're the right proportion in the frame. I want to create some form of leading line. But yeah, there's basically three rocks, and they're protruding right at the end, and it's quite precarious, quite dangerous actually. Basically, right at the end of Rossett Pike. I just can't seem to get it right. I've tried landscape, portrait. I've tried to make fine adjustments. The points of the rocks, there's some grass around the points of the rocks, so it stands out. I think I might have it, I don't know. I want to create like a sweeping line up to Pike of Blisco. Getting frustrated. I'm going to venture over there. There's a little pool of water which I'm eyeing up this moment in time. That might work, but some lovely mood going on, some lovely light as well. I fired off quite a few shots. F16 because it is quite near as a foreground, and I obviously want Pike Blisco as sharp as possible. Right, I'll show you these, then I'm going to venture over to that little pool of water. So this pool of water didn't quite work out. I wanted the longer end, i.e. this end, to point and face Pike Blisco. That's Bowfell, and it's shrouded in cloud and no real prominence. Didn't really work. Pike Blisco is there. I completely got that wrong. Not to worry. Not to worry. A thoroughly enjoyable session, and I'm going to end it there. I'm quite tired, to be honest. Come away with a few. Nice conditions, no real splashes of light. I think that's gone now. I'm going to head back down Rossett Gill rather than State Pass the way I came. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like, give us a comment. Much appreciated. Okay, so until next time, keep smiling. Bye bye for now.